This is chapter 1 of a new read aloud I'm working on, called Five Nights at Freddy's Days Reimagined, the sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's World of Hurt. So yeah, let's get started. Chapter 1, the story starts again. Jessica Schmidt, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, 1973. I walk towards the entrance. Freddy Fazbear's reads on the building wall. I am so excited. All of my friends should be here. There are so many cars surrounding the restaurant, and I am so excited for my birthday party. I walk inside the doors and enter the building. The walls are coated in paintings. Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica are on stage. They are singing and talking to the children below. Chica looks in my direction and gives a little smile. I look at Bonnie and his bow tie pops out bright below the fluorescent lights. The sides of his face are nothing but tattered fur. Nothing. I look at Freddy. He raises his top hat at a child. The other animatronics have robotic movements, but Freddy, his movements are more human. I could even see some skin below the mask. He points to some kids, and they walk up to the stage. Freddy gives them a smile, and they all walk into the back room. Then, the bear's eyes dart towards me. I stare back into his eyes, then he points at me. I look at the other children. He wasn't choosing anyone else. He was choosing me. I rush to the stage, then climb atop. Freddy helps me up and makes me huddle with the other children. Foxy from Pirate's Cove starts following me. It's me, the four other children, Foxy and Bonnie. They take us to the wooden table. It has 5 suits on it. Freddy, 2 Bonnies, Chica, and Foxy. I look at the other children. The man in the Freddy suit takes off his mask. He places it on a little stand, and the man in the Foxy suit walks out of the room, with Freddy following him. I get off the table. I walk towards this room with a slightly open door, and the kids slowly turn to me. They can't believe that I'm getting out of my suit. I walk towards the room and open the door. There are 2 endoskeletons, one from the Foxy suit and one from the Bonnie suit. They are still, containing 0 movement. Then, I clap my hands. The endoskeletons stare into my direction. Their eyes give a glint of light. They rush towards me, stepping on the foot of a yellow bunny suit. I hear snapping coming from the suit. Then, the yellow bunny animatronic stands up. I hide behind the endoskeletons, staying still without movement. The yellow bunny walks up to the 4 kids. He gives them a look, then hits the mask of the suit. Snapping and blood comes from the suits. The yellow bunny turns to me, his red eyes piercing through the darkness. He rushes toward me, shoving everything in his path. Then the 2 men walk back in. The yellow bunny becomes a suit again, and collapses to the ground. "What happened here?" asked the man in the Foxy suit. "They probably struggled too much," says the man in the Freddy suit. I continue hiding behind my new companions. The man looks around. They look behind the endoskeletons and pull me out. "Oh, you are so dead," they say. The endoskeletons attack the men. In their fight, I get shoved back into a pile of masks. They all snap shut, and my head gets crushed inside of the metal mess. I look over to see a bloody Chica mask with a chunk of my head inside of it. I lean back, accepting my terrible fate. Jessica Schmidt, The Horrorscape, 1983. I open my ghost-like eyes. I am in the room that I died in, except I can see my own corpse. The men left. The guests left, and the animatronics are still on their stage, and the smell of corpses fill the room. I can see 2 yellow Freddy plushes. One of them has a purple hat, and the other has a black hat. They turn to me with their glowy eyes. "Come on, Jessica, don't be afraid," says the one with the purple hat. "Who are you?" I ask. "My name is Ariel," says the one with the purple hat. "It's been years since your death, but was only been a few weeks since Jack and Clara's death," said Ariel. "Who's Jack?" I ask her. She looks at the one with the black hat. "He's right there," says the one with the purple hat. I turn to the plastic doll with red ponytails. "I guess that's Clara?" I ask Ariel. She gives me a little nod. "Where are all the other children?" I ask. I turn around at the crowd of stuffed Freddys, Foxys, Bonnies, and Chicas, and one I don't recognize. We seek vengeance, And the only way we could do that is to make sure William Afton's blood is spilled onto the ground, says Ariel. Well, how are we going to do that, I ask her. Well, first, I needed to gain animatronic parts, she says. Ariel. Why do you need that, I ask her. We need to create an animatronic that appeals to the robots that we see, so they don't glitch out and attack us, she says. We even wrote out the blueprints, says Jack. The blueprints show an animatronic with pieces of different robots. The other children have a separate suit to possess, but us two, we will have our own, says Ariel. She points to the mixed puppet on the blueprint. Its name will be Rupert. You will possess it, she says. Then, she points to the main creation holding the puppet. Its name is undecided. We will choose during the operation, she notes. I will be possessing it, she continues. So when do we start, I ask. We will start tomorrow, says Ariel. Before we do anything, I need you to check something out, says Ariel. We walk out of the back room. We could see the animatronics walking around. Oh no, that's horrible, I tell her. I know. We need to free them by killing William Afton and Henry, she says. I could see the animatronics walking around, looking for something. What are they looking for, I ask Ariel. Just look at that cabinet over there, she says. I look at the cabinet and see a man run out. He holds a crowbar, supposedly used to fight back the monsters. That's who they are looking for, she asks. I bet he's trying to get out of the building, says Ariel. Just watch, she says. He bangs on the exit door. You locked it, didn't you, I ask her. She gives a little smirk. Why does all of the other children have to possess something? We don't, I ask her. Let's just say that we're a special duo, she says. What do you mean, I ask. They died inside of suits. We didn't, she says. Freddy walks out of the hallway with the man's corpse inside his shoulders. That's just dark, I tell her. She gives a smile. He wasn't involved in any murder. Why did they kill him, I ask her. Let's just say that they aren't sure who killed them. We are, says Ariel. She moves backwards. I need to show you something else, she says. She disappears into the darkness, and so do I. We arrive at a different location, like a whole new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, but not. The place is old and rotting. It is dressed in posters. There is a man crawling through vents. Freddy Fazbear's is not the only place made by Afton, says Ariel. Wait, who's Afton, I ask her. You have a lot to learn, she tells me. She points to the man. He continues crawling through, until a weird metal animatronic creature rushes through. He has two blue eyes and is extremely skinny. Wires are coming off of it. It grabs him by the ankles and begins dragging him throughout the vents. He screams as his demise is brought to him. His corpse lies in the vents. What did he do wrong, I ask. Other than the other animatronics, they aren't possessed. They choose to kill. They were made to kill, she says. Let's go somewhere else, she says. We fade into the darkness once more. We arrive at this bright and shiny place. There are two animatronics on stage, a yellow bear and a yellow bunny. They twist and turn mechanically. Why are we here, I ask her. Just watch, she says. The yellow bear with a purple hat twitches its head. Blood leaks from the eyes. Oh God, I say. The blood mixes with the tattered fur of the bear. His eyes just freeze. They turn red. There's one more thing I need to show you, she says. We disappear one more time. We go into a house, and we see a box with two locks. A man opens it. There seems to be a skeleton inside. Oh no, I say. It's his son. William Afton killed him, he says. I feel so bad for him, but at the same time, he is the killer's son. I don't know how that's a reason for that to happen, though. Let's go back to the death room to get planning started, she says. We fade into the darkness and arrive back into the old room. There are endoskeletons possessed by the dead children. Well, let's get started, says Ariel. We all gather up the old robot parts. We put together an animatronic endoskeleton. We're going to use it to kill Afton once and for all. I don't know why everyone wants to make a whole new animatronic. The instruction details that they are going to use parts from a lot of other animatronics. It's like an amalgamation of animatronic animals. They all continue slapping parts together, and they make a big mess doing it. They finally get it finished. It's just an endoskeleton. There are 3 endoskeletons that have Freddy's head and Bonnie's ears. They place it on the animatronic. Doesn't this look nice, she says. There is also an endoskeleton of the creature's hand. Well, let's get started, she says. She possesses the main animatronic, and I possess the endoskeleton puppet. I look around with my new body. We need new parts, she says. Let's go to Michael Afton's house, she says. We walk out of the building in our robotic suit. We try to avoid direct attention. We head behind the bushes, just in order to not be seen. I turn to Ariel. So why do you have to be the puppet? Why do I have to be the puppet, I ask her. Because there is no way I'm giving you full control, she tells me. Then a cop car pulls up. Wait, what's going on, I ask her. Someone must have called the police on us, she says. This is why you don't talk aloud, she says. Wait, I thought we were spirits. Nobody can hear us, I tell her. You didn't turn your voice box down, I tell her. Oh, sorry, she tells us. What the hell is that, the officers ask. It's another one of those Freddy Fazbear's Pizza animatronics, the officer says. I turn my voice box back on. Look, officers, this is just a misunderstanding, I tell them. They put down their guns. Now, let's take you back home, he says. Then Ariel bolts towards them. She bites one of the officers in the neck, ripping his throat out. Alright, well that's the end of Chapter 1, so I'll continue Chapter 2 next time. Also, I started a new Twitter page, so I'll be doing tweets about new stories and stuff like that, and probably just some tweets, you know. So yeah.